And welcome back. Neighborhood Self-Help by Older Persons Project. SHOPP is what the acronym is. It's an organization dedicated to being a cornerstone of support for older adults. Now, SHOPP's commitment to empowering seniors and fostering mutual aid within communities has been unwavering for over 4 decades. And joining us now are the Neighborhood SHOPP's Chief Program Officers, Tynisha Rodriguez and Diana Delgado. We thank you both for joining us. And we talk about unwavering commitment. You guys have been around for a minute yourselves. So how long have you been with the organization?
I've been with Neighborhood SHOPP for 17 years.
Same. I've actually been 17 years.
Boots on the ground right
Yes.
there. Okay, well, thank you for the work that you do. And just really have an opportunity to talk about really paving the way for seniors and helping seniors to be able to, deal and navigate some challenges when things are out there. When we talk about community, we talk about also empowering older adults. This is one of the things that you guys do.
Yes.
So share a little bit about it.
So Neighborhood SHOPP is an innovative multi-service nonprofit organization that not only serves older adults, but we also work with their families through caregiving along with the disabled of all ages. So we have been a pillar in the Bronx for, as you mentioned, going on 44 years, and we are very big in keeping the community informed, connected, engaged, and kept safe in the community.
Yeah. So Diana, a little bit about your work.
Yes. So I oversee all the congregate programs, and they involve the older adult centers. And also we have a community care network program that the programming actually runs parallel to the older adult centers. So what you would know them as, or most of the viewers would know them as, is the senior centers.
Right.
And we also have our naturally occurring retirement community at Lafayette Estates, as well as our
Community Care Network program?
Yeah, because the Community Care Network program, as I said, it does run parallel. But the gist of the programs that I actually oversee is to make sure that the clients are engaged, they're coming out into the community. We offer a lot of different activities, as well as meals.
Right. Talk to me about attendance, right? Because we're coming, I'm going to say we're out towards the end of COVID. It's still present. Please don't email me. But here we know that things have changed a whole lot differently. A lot of questions really centered on whether or not we would see seniors become more and more active utilizing the center. What are you seeing on your end in terms of utilization and attendance?
So at the beginning of it, as we were coming back, from, let's say, from COVID, if you will, there were some challenges because folks were naturally, afraid to come out and afraid to be in a crowd. But in terms of our organization, we've made sure that we covered all of our bases when it comes to the safety, making sure that we reassure them that we, in terms of the cleaning and sanitizing and things like that. So little by little, I think at this point we could really say that COVID is behind us. I would like to think that way. And they're coming in and enjoying activity. I think what's very important is to keep it very relevant, right? The activities that we have, the meals that we're serving, making sure that we're there for our community, and they're very receptive, so.
Yeah. Tynisha, a little bit more about the work, because when we talk about helping older persons out and seniors out, what are some of the basic needs that you're finding that they're needing during this time?
We address a lot of food insecurity, and we do that through several of our programming. So not just our older adult centers, we also provide that through our case management program as we work with the homebound older adults, and we ensure that we keep them connected, as I mentioned, and also through all of our programming. We have an elder justice program where, as we keep them safe addressing the abuse on hand, we also look at what the presenting need is, and we will address what that person does need to keep them safe in the community. Through our caregiving, we look at the many responsibilities that a caregiver may have. So it could be food, it could be long-term care resources. So we really look at the presenting problem, and that's what we would address.
Yeah. And I know when you have seniors, you're used to seeing them on a regular, and sometimes if you don't see them on a regular, you also have a visiting program that really deals with that as well.
Yes, so through our Friendly Visiting program, it is connected to our case management program that is geared to helping the homebound older adults, someone who is not able to come in to our programming. So there's an in-home assessment, and we look at who this person is connected to and how do we keep them engaged. And we have taken many strides in addressing social isolation through the Friendly Visiting program, where a volunteer would go once or twice a month or conduct a weekly call, keeping that person connected and just keeping them socialized.
Right.
Socialized.
So if there's a small coffee table, Diane, we would just have the conversation. I just asked you the question, like,
Sure.
what would be the service that you're most proud of at your organization?
That's a good
Well, that's
question,
hard.
but that's a hard one. That's a hard one.
'Cause we have so many,
Because
right?
we have so many. And
There you go.
I think what's really special in terms of our organization is we're one-stop shop.
Right.
So we serve those that are homebound and frail, all the way to those that are very able-bodied, and they're able to come out to the community and receive the services within our offices or sites. But yeah, it's really hard because
Yes, through that one-stop shop, we have our call center, which is the New York Connects program. And that's really the one-stop shop because as you enter through one programming of SHOPP, you may be serviced through several because we believe it takes a village and we don't stay within our own silos. We work as a team. So again, we look at exploring the need of the individual and that's what we would address. I mean, that could be through multiple of our programming.
Right. You talk about food insecurity, and I know that's huge, right?
Yes.
But from your eyes, boots on the ground, what else are you seeing on your end that maybe that we don't know about that we should be paying attention to that you're actually servicing to?
So I think accessibility. So I think a lot of times when you see someone, let's say an older adult, your assumption could be there's a lot of services out there for them, and I'm sure they're connected. So it's important to realize, to check in with our older adults. And if they're not connected, if they're not receiving services that they need, to give an organization like Neighborhood SHOPP a call and to connect them. So I think that's a misconception. But there's so many services that are out there. We're here, right? We're here. And it's important for the public or the viewers to know that there's resources.
Yeah, I think where the economy is today is also dependability on, I'm going to refer to our elder justice program, right? We have many seniors who are not reporting the abuse that's going on in the home because they may be financially dependent on this abuser. And, you know, we are very big on wanting to ensure that SHOPP is the place to go if you are in need of help in any capacity.
I mean, it's a variety of services that you do offer, and I think that as you talk about doing this, I'm asking questions, but the reality is those are on the other side of the camera saying, I didn't recognize how many needs seniors have, but then you're also able to, bring that all up under, your roof. And talk about numbers. Are they continuing to rise in terms of people coming through your door?
Absolutely.
Yes, they do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Even throughout the pandemic, we may have struggled with older adults not coming in post-pandemic, but even now, once we opened back up, they were happy, and we are here to serve them.
All right. Tynisha, we got to leave it here. Diana, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with us.
Thank you for having us.
Definitely. And come back again and see us, all right?
You got it.
All right. Well, I want you to know if you want more information, visit the website at NSHOPP, that's 2 P's, .org. And then also follow them on social media at NSHOPP, 2 P's, .org, I should say. All righty? Don't go anywhere. We got more open coming up right after this.